Hi, how you doing? My name is Mary, and I have a blog and a YouTube channel called Low Key Disney. And what is Low Key Disney about? Well, it's for people like myself that might be a little more slow-paced, maybe introverted, and who like to approach Disney World vacations in kind of a low-key, chill kind of way. And to start my journey with Low Key Disney, I wanted to share with you something that I created for myself. Now, I made this Disney planner for you and for me because I noticed that when I'm in the park sometimes my smartphone would overheat or the glare would be so bright that I couldn't figure out what was on the screen. And I found myself wishing that I had something written down that I could refer to, like, when you're on a call with Walt Disney World about your reservations and you've got to recite that long confirmation number and you don't have it at your fingertips, or you don't want to scroll through your phone and find it. So I wish I had like something that I had written that all down. And I tried notebooks, I tried planning pages, I tried different kinds of things. So what I ended up doing was creating this very low-tech Disney planner. And what I did was this is just a Dollar Tree photo album that you can buy for $1.25. It's a 4x6 album. And I started making my planning pages, like here's one for Independence Day. And if you can see here, it's got, what I'm planning to do, my itinerary, things like that. And then I thought, well, what other things could I put in here that I'd like to remember for Disney World? And so I put things like details about theme parks and some tips and lightning lane times. And it just started getting bigger and bigger. And this was a big one for me personally, was finding places where I could go and just kind of relax. Because, Disney is fun, but it can be a bit much sometimes. So I created a list of places all through Disney World, even in the airport, where it was quiet and cool and maybe away from the crowds a little bit. And I thought, this is working great for me. I took it on like 3 trips and I really loved it. But I wanted to share it. So luckily Google Docs, you can do that. And I figured out a way that I could share the documents so that you can customize them for yourself and make it responsive for your own trips or your own needs. And so, for example, I like this page a lot. This is a page that has a lot of the celebration days on Disney World, like what's coming up. Of course, Independence Day. But after that, did you know that Independence Day, July 4th, is also Alice in Wonderland Day? I didn't know that. So if you're a big Alice in Wonderland fan, that might be a day that you want to try and meet Alice and tell her, happy day. Or did you know that July 15th is I Love Horses Day? And do you know who loved horses besides you and me? Walt Disney. And there's a lot of horses at Walt Disney World. So I thought it would be fun to come up with some itineraries about these fun and special days and put them on the blog. And that's what I've done. I put these pages on the blog and it explained how to do them. And I hope you'll visit and come see them. There's no strings attached, by the way, to this. You don't have to sign up for email list. They don't cost anything. It's free. I did it for myself, so I figured why not share it. And sometimes I make these kind of cute little seasonal covers for them too, so that you can change it up. Now, how do you do this? So you go into the Google Docs or the PDF. Sometimes I put the PDF files on there. You print it on like regular 8.5 by 11 paper, and then you just trim it to the size that will fit into this 4x6 planner. And what's great about this is it's lightweight. It never runs out of batteries. If you drop it, it's not going to break. And I'm not saying you can get rid of your cell phone, but this is kind of a nice thing to have when you're in the airport or on the plane. You want to make some quick reference. You're changing your reservation. You were like, oh, where did I put that confirmation number? It's probably right in here. And it makes I think it makes vacation planning a little easier, and it's definitely affordable. So see what you think. try it out. I'm going to put the link to the blog and the website with all these pages on it, and there'll be more to come. There'll be more to come. I've already put up a few, I put the core pages, a whole set of core pages on there. So again, like when you're cutting these out, these are just some stickers I put on here. Say you're cutting it out, you can use the page that comes with the mini photo album as kind of a guide, and you can just kind of like trace around it, and that works really well for me. I have this in my book, but that's not in the pages on the blog or in the Google Docs. That's because sometimes I'll see pictures on Pinterest that are really cool, like this one is Walt Disney Dole Whip locations, but they're made by other people like WW Prep School or Moms with Mouse Ears, and those are not my work product. But I still like them for my own personal blog. So what I do is I will take that image and I will drop it into the Google Docs, or you could do it in Word or whatever, and I size it to fit here. I put instructions about that, and then I just cut it out and put it in there, because some like this like little image about Hollywood Studios is kind of pretty cool. And you know what? I've never been to Hollywood Studios, so that's going to be really handy for me when I first go. So anyway, I hope you like it. Here's another one for Princess Week coming up, and I'll be talking about that. And here's one I used for a cover page for Halloween. And so there's a lot of fun there. So like I said, all you need is a printer and at least one Dollar Tree photo album. Sometimes when I have a trip and I take I'm done with that itinerary, I put it in another one that's kind of like a little archive, and that way I can flip back and see how much I paid. For example, I can look back and see how much I paid for the Halloween party in my hotel on Halloween, and that helps me a little bit for my planning when I'm thinking about it for this year or next year. Anyway, it's just something kind of fun to do, and I hope you like it. I hope it makes your vacation planning easier. Definitely check out my blog if you are a low-key Disney person like myself, and have a great magical day. Take care.